Alright, I'm probably gonna upset a bunch of killer mains with this video, but I don't think gen rushing is as common as people make it out to be. People say this a lot when they're playing killer, where they say, oh, the survivors are gen rushing, whatever, but they're chasing like one guy for 3 minutes and then gen rushing and yada yada, or then camp him and then the last 2 gens go off. It's like, what do you expect? If you chase one guy for a long ass time, the last few gens are gonna go off really fast. Now, I do understand at the early game, generators are gonna go off. If you play enough DBD, you're gonna understand that you can't defend all generators. Like, it's impossible with average players that all 5 generators are gonna stay up. It's okay to let some gens go, because in a way, the less gens that the survivors need to do, the easier it is for you to defend, because you can't defend 5 generators. It's just impossible. You're one person. So it's okay to let them go. Now, another reason why it's okay to let them go is because the time kind of adds up. With 2 people, 1 generator takes like 36 seconds. With 4 people, it's like, what is it? I think it's like 26 seconds, something like that. And with 1 person, it's 80 seconds. So if players decide to split up 2 person on one gen and 2 person on another gen, in just 40 seconds, that's 2 generators. So if you chase one guy, sometimes it might take you like 30 seconds or 40 seconds to down somebody. Boom, that's it. That's the math right there, you know? 1 chase is 2 generators. But later on, when you get that chase or that down, someone needs to go for the save, right? And there's less generators, so it's easier for you to patrol. So it's okay to let the first few generators go. It's just how it is. So I don't know, I just see a bunch of people who just chase one survivor for like 2 minutes and then generators go off because they're just ignoring the generators, especially when they have ruin. Now, even if you don't have ruin, you should be pushing survivors off generators, because if you push them off the generator, the timer like technically is paused on that objective part right there. So that can help you out. So it's good to push them off the generator, especially to get a hit, because if they're injured and they stay on a generator, you can probably get it down too. So never ignore survivors if they're on a generator, especially if it's really easy to hit them. Now, that doesn't change the fact that gen rushing does exist. I'm just saying that it's not as common as people make it out to be. Now, why I think gen rushing does exist is survivors can just ignore stuff that can, use that time to increase the gen speed. For example, not healing, not unhooking. If you see survivors doing this where they're not healing or not unhooking survivors right away, then that means they're kind of gen rushing. Now when I say gen rushing, I don't mean like insane, but it's like a slight, a small way of gen rushing, so that you can use that time to add to the generator so it can be slightly faster. Also, splitting up is another way you can kind of gen rush, because if you split up, the generator pressure is split, so it's harder for killers to patrol all the generators. Proof of itself is kind of a way of gen rushing, but it's only like 15% with 2 people. But it's still like, a way to increase gen speed. And yeah, like I said before, ignoring healing and unhooking. So also, if you see a bunch of toolboxes with like crazy add-ons, that's another thing of gen rushing. But again, I don't think it's as common as people make it out to be. Ignore that, it's my dog. But yeah, I don't think it's as common as people make it out to be, because survivors are going to be healing. Sometimes people will say that survivors are gen rushing when they did Undyne and Ruin. If they were really gen rushing, they wouldn't even bother with the totems. So yeah, that's all I have to say for today for this video. Let me know what you guys think, if you feel like gen rushing is common for you or if it doesn't exist or whatever. But yeah, leave a comment below, leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you're new. Peace out.